Hey everybody, welcome back. We're gonna do a little movie review here. I know normally I do a no spoilers and then we do an all with spoilers, but this is something I watched myself. Mary would not have been interested, and honestly, I can pretty much talk through this whole thing without any spoilers, so let's just do that, shall we? So we're gonna talk about Chris Seaver's The Weirdsies. Now, this movie, as far as I know, is not out just yet. Basically, he used to run a company called Low Budget Pictures, and they did like all the Teen Ape movies and Mulva Zombie Ass Kicker, which is a big inspiration for getting Debbie Rochon and Zeppo Sinners from Beyond the Moon, all that stuff. And so I really, really loved his no budget, silly, zany approach. So pardon me. But basically, his style of movie, if you're not familiar, is it's all like throwback to 80s. He loves the 80s. He's a super fan of the 80s. It's very cartoony, over the top kind of. I'm looking up some details for you guys. Like Ernest P. Worrell. He loves Ernest, if that gives you any idea. And it really, really works most of the time. I really do believe it works very well. Now, it's really not for everybody. That is something I want to make sure I point out right away. You gotta have a certain style and taste, kind of a Troma taste. And again, even if you like Troma, you might not like his movies, or you might like his movies even if you don't like Troma. So basically, what is this? It's, his new company is Midnight Kids Production. I'm sorry, I'm in a bit of a rush when I'm shooting this today, but I watched the movie last night and want to do it on fresh. And it used to be Low Budget Pictures. But a lot of the same people come on over and everything and give their usual great slapsticky, zany performance. So here's the thing, I want to look at this in two different ways, okay? I want to look at this as what Seaver does and what he tries to do and how he, actually, he achieves what he tries to do. But also then there are some like more mainstream filmmaking critiques I want to give, just a few. I'm not gonna overdo it because I know he's shooting these things with next to no money. But first things first, I do want to say it looked gorgeous. They shot in 4K. The lighting is really, really good. Being super critical, there's a couple of framing issues in certain shots. I know this movie isn't the kind of movie that you're worried about being super perfect, but like there's like a 3-shot of the ladies when there's clearly a spot for a fourth person that just popped out at me. But again, it's because that's the way my mind's working these days. But basically, the story of The Weirdsies, without getting spoilery, is it's pretty much a riff on Stand By Me, except it's 3 ladies that want to lose their virginity to basically the stiff of a supposed stiff, a dead body. That's the kind of movie you're in for. And the 3 ladies and their gay best friends, who is a gay best friend, is played by Josh Schreier. He's a staple of the LBP movies and whatever Chris Seaver does, so you're gonna like that. Now, it is really funny. There's a lot of laugh out loud lines. There's some great, clever dialogue. But my one kind of complaint, and this is just my personal taste, and again, it works. Like, it does work for him. But sometimes I feel like you kind of get overwhelmed with the zany performances and crazy dialogue because there's not really individual voices in most of the characters. They're all kind of doing the same thing all the time. So it can get a little much for some people. I mean, I like it, but I'm just trying to give a fair, honest review here. Because that's kind of, I think, what I was asked to do. I don't know, maybe I misconstrued. Maybe he just wanted to know my notes. I don't know. But still, it's pretty awesome. But also there's a lot of sexual stuff. You are gonna see some, not like pornographic stuff, but borderline. There is a bit, like, again, I don't want to spoil it, but it involves the stiff, basically. But other than that, he's actually really kind of calmed down on the nudity and everything. I think maybe he's become a bit more of a family man. But still, his movies, the dialogue and everything, every bit is sexual and dirty and all that stuff. So if you like that, you're gonna like it. But yeah, and again, good cast. They're all doing a pretty damn good job. They're all really great at comedy. Some of them are very great at comedy to the point I believe they would transition to drama very well. Some of the others, I'm like, I think, and I've done this in my own movies like Zeppo and stuff. We have some people that it's like, yeah, stick them in comedy, they're gonna be great, but try to make them do drama, I don't know. But other than that, there, some more of the mainstream critiques would be as great as they have gotten in picture. They still need some work and some sound. There's, I was hearing some buzz and some hum places like that. But, again, that's one of those things where, money, time, knowledge, it happens over time. And he's come a long way from the shooting on VHS days of the original Mulva, trust me. As have most of us that continue to perfect our craft. So I do appreciate that he cares about the craft too, that he's not just, hey, let's go throw up some dick and fart jokes and be done with it. Like, he really is trying to make it look professional and feel good. And the pacing and the editing are very, very good too. Most of the use of music is very, very good, although some of the stuff, I gotta be honest, I'm not sure if he's getting clearance for it. I question that sometimes, and I'm like, if he is, how is he getting clearance? Because I want to use some of those songs, particularly the end credit song. Love that band, the Interrupters. But yeah, so overall, I really did enjoy it. It was a fun time. I'm glad I watched it. His movies are always short too. I'm not sure they actually classify as features, even though they feel like features. This was like 1 hour and 7 minutes, so you know, it's pretty nice. Effects, there wasn't really a lot of effects going on in this one. It's not like a gore movie like he used to make in the old days. He might still make those on occasion. Some other movies of his, you know, like you got Filthy McNasty and Taint Light, which is his Twilight parody, not ripoff. And one of the stars of that is now one of the stars in Stranger Things, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm just trying to think if there's like any kind of specifics I want to get into. Seeing the Chris Seaver cameo is pretty nice. There is one cameo that is vintage Chris Seaver, and you're going to maybe see a little bit more of Chris than maybe you want to, but then again, maybe not. His hand does obscure most things. Yeah, the lead lady is really good. Josh is really good. I'm sorry, I don't know the actor's name. I'm blanking on it, but the guy who usually plays Teen Ape, he shows up in a couple of bits that are pretty interesting. The villains are super over the top. And there's this great bit with the mustache, this fake facial hair that clearly they just couldn't fix it. So what they did to fix it is pretty damn funny, I think. The lead villain, though, kept reminding me of a buddy that just kind of disappeared on me forever, and I'm like, was that my buddy? But it wasn't my buddy. But, you know, kind of nice throwback to the 80s as well. And, you know, lots of masturbation jokes, all that kind of stuff. But, you know, if you like that kind of stuff, if you like kind of gross out comedies, if you love the 80s, you love Ernest P. Worrell, it's worth checking out. It's worth checking out his work because that is like probably one of his biggest influences. Even in like the facial expressions he gets all the actors to do and everything. So I enjoyed it. It's a good time. So the Weirdsies, but also too, just check out their YouTube channel is Midnight Kids Productions. I'll put a link down there. And he used to do low budget pictures, which I might find a link for. I don't know if it's still around. I have to look. But yeah, so there you go. Check it out. Chris Seaver does fun stuff. Other than that, you can comment, let me know if you're familiar and you're a fan, tell me about it, you know, let me know some of his favorite stuff. If you do check it out, I'd love to know what you think, and, you know, so comment below. Other than that, you can click that thumbs up button, give me the thumbs up of encouragement, it's always nice to be encouraged. Subscribe if you're new here, we do all kinds of fun, nerdy, geeky stuff every single day on the Eric Butch channel, and of course share with your friends so we can all geek out together, because that's what we do. Other than that, if you want to help support the channel, see it grow a little bit, get extra content, you can look down the links and find my Patreon link. You might like what you find there, you might not, no pressure, I'm just saying it's out there. Alright guys, well I'm gonna get out of here and see what we're doing tonight. And I will see you guys later.